I have been thinking a lot about Charlie Sheen, as I'm sure many of you have. It seems that we're kind of forgetting that he's a dad. Now, I heard him say in an interview the other day that he considers himself a good dad, and it got me thinking, is it possible for somebody to really have a personal crisis but still be a good parent? Well, let me ask you, Shannon, is crazy subjective? I mean, can we really say what is crazy? I mean, I'm talking to you and I know you have a mustache right now, so I'm sure you've got an opinion on that.
I wore this whole like mustache on my face thing for the video because I kind of just wanted to make the point that like crazy is subjective. I don't think Charlie Sheen has so much a mental problem as he does an addiction problem, and when you enter addiction into the situation, everything changes. My parent lived through a 50-year personal crisis and was not at all a good parent to us, but was unable to admit that and refused to give us up. And the one thing that she could have done to improve our life was to give us away. And she refused to do it because we filled a need that she had. Now, as far as myself, I've gone through many a personal crisis. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. I think I'm still a really good parent. It's just the angle of who comes first in the situation. And for me, my children always comes first. I don't know, Janice, what do you think?
Well, I think you've touched on two really important points there. First of all, often to be a quote-unquote good parent means to put the child's needs above our needs. So if there is an addiction, if there is a dysfunction that is simply creating an unstable, unhealthy environment, then really the best parenting move is to allow the child to go and get what they need, even if we can't provide that. In Charlie Sheen's case, you know, clearly I'm not in Charlie Sheen's life. I don't know the details of his life, but is he a good parent? I think perhaps he very well may be. Is he a bad example? Yes. If he is able to communicate his love for his children, I think love from our parents, whether or not our parents are bad examples, is critical to a child's self-esteem.
See, I think that's a really important point, Janice, that the communication of love is really a key element. I mean, my own father, struggled with mental illness and had many personal crises, but he was really able to compartmentalize those crises, and he was a tremendously loving father. I would love to think that Charlie Sheen is a loving parent. I think, though, that one element of the picture that maybe creates a bit of a problem is, and I'd love to know what both you and Shannon think about this, is whether the parent needs to really be aware that they're going through a crisis, really needs to be aware that they have a problem. Because in Charlie Sheen's case, I don't think he does.
I think that awareness is key. Maybe not so much self-awareness. Somebody has to be aware of what's going on.
Right.
And I can only speak from my own experience. My mother was completely unaware that she was ruining us, but she ruined us, and we were just lucky enough to rebound from it. Two of us didn't rebound from it. My mother loved us. Undoubtedly, she loved us. She probably loves us still today, but there was no stability. And for me, I would have much rather had stability than love.
We certainly don't know what the details are of Charlie Sheen's life, and we probably don't have nearly enough information to to ask the questions as they pertain to him. But these are important questions, I think, for us. Do personal crises affect our parenting? Can a parent struggle with mental illness, addiction, anxiety, whatever struggle, and still be a good or a good enough parent? We'd love to know what you think. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.